That looks awful. Well, it's that special day of the year again. Christmas. The 25th of December. So what better way to celebrate Christmas than talking about a Skylander? Hope you enjoy. Let's be honest here, Slam Bam is definitely the most Christmassy Skylander. Just pop a red hat on him and he'll basically just be Santa Claus. And apparently he quite likes the summer, but my point still stands. Oh wait a minute, maybe my point doesn't stand because I totally forgot how terrifying Slam Bam is. Abominable is one word to describe him, that's for sure. I should have talked about Slam Bam for the Halloween basically. But anyway, let's have a look at what this horrific beast can do in game. Because now we're going to try and master our Slam Bam skills. Basically.
I don't like numbers.
Slam Bam is a simple guy. He sees an enemy, he slams them and he bams them. And just to show how simple Slam Bam is, his moveset is pretty straight to the point and easy to use. But before we dive into that, let's have a look at Slam Bam's backstory. Maybe it'll tell us something about how he became so hideous. Sorry, that was kinda harsh. Slam Bam lived all alone, on top of his icy glacier. But clearly he's an epic gamer, because being all by himself didn't seem to bother him at all. Actually, he had quite a fun and peaceful life, until Chaos decided to destroy the glacier. This sent Slam Bam drifting down the Skylands on his little iceberg. Until one day he washed up on Aeon's Island, where he trained up to become a Skylander. So I guess maybe his rage for Chaos made him such a monster. Who knows, it wasn't explained very well. Like seriously, what the hell happened here? So with all that said, it's time to look at Slam Bam's moves, upgrades, Soul Gem and Wow Pow. Starting with the first attack, which allows him to throw basic punches with his forearms. There's not much to this, it's quite a slow attack and it pushes enemies back, and if you perform the move 3 times in a row, you can do this ultra powerful smash. But the main drawback here is definitely that it's quite slow, so make sure that you time it perfectly. But the second attack is where things get a little bit more interesting. When you use the second attack, Slam Bam sends out a trail of ice, and if it makes contact with an enemy, it will get stuck in a massive block. As you would have guessed, this freezes them for a little bit, which allows you to get a few hits in before they start moving again. Slam Bam's first upgrade allows him to have 3 of those ice prisons at once. This can be really helpful for crowd control because you can freeze some of the enemies in place whilst you take care of the other ones. And fun fact, as soon as one of these ice prisons appear, the enemies will automatically start to attack it, even if it's not got an enemy trapped inside. This is also helpful for crowd control as some of the enemies can be completely distracted whilst you focus on the other ones. And I guess it's kinda cute how if there's an enemy trapped in the ice, another enemy will try and help it break free. Only problem with that is that they deal damage to the enemy when they hit them. And to make the ice prisons even more effective, now when they get destroyed, they make a small explosion which damages enemies nearby. This can be triggered by Slam Bam punching them, or from enemies attacking them. I have to say I'm loving the emphasis on the ice prisons here, because they're really Slam Bam's only unique move. And now we finally unlock Slam Bam's third move. And it allows him to surf. That's awesome. This allows Slam Bam to move faster and dodge enemies, but it doesn't do any damage yet, so it's not incredibly helpful. And the next upgrade is a simple buff to your punches, which is pretty cool. And just like that, we have the split pass. One of them focusing on your punches, and the other one focusing on the ice prisons. Obviously, I'm gonna go for the bottom ice prison path first, because I'm really liking that move so far. The first upgrade for the bottom path allows enemies to be damaged over time when they're trapped in the ice prison. It doesn't deal too much damage, but I suppose it's better than nothing. The middle upgrade just makes your ice prisons travel faster and they have a longer range. Since I'm in such an enclosed space, this isn't really that helpful, but I'm sure in normal levels it is. And the final upgrade for the bottom path allows your ice prisons to last for longer and survive more attacks. Wait, that's not right. Some people might see this as an absolute win, but not me, Because one of my favourite parts of the ice prisons is that when enemies attack it enough, it explodes and deals damage to all the enemies nearby. But now, since it's surviving more hits, it's going to be exploding less. This upgrade is incredibly counterproductive, and honestly it's not that helpful at all. Well, not a bad upgrade path, it's kind of a shame that it was left on such a bad note though. But now for Slam Bam's top path. I'm really hoping that he grows an extra pair of arms, that'd be a really cool upgrade. Slam Bam's first upgrade for the top path allows him to do 2 new combos. Now when you throw 2 punches and then press the second attack, he creates a giant ice hammer and slams it down on the ground. And then also after throwing 2 punches, if you press the third attack button, he will spin around for a while, which does damage to all enemies nearby. I like this upgrade because it allows for him to have more attack options. The ice hammer takes a while to charge up, but it does a lot of damage when you hit an enemy. And the spin attack doesn't do too much damage, but it's quite quick and you can still move around when using it. This works well with the normal combo because that does moderate damage and takes a moderate amount of time to charge. Slam Bam's middle upgrade makes his punches a lot stronger. This changes Slam Bam from a moderate brawler to a serious threat. This also makes your free combo moves stronger, which is an added bonus. And then the final upgrade for the top path gives Slam Bam some really spiky armor. Like seriously, I would not want to be wearing that, but more importantly I would not want to be attacking that either. As you'd expect, this gives Slam Bam a lot more armor, which means that he can take a few more hits. This also makes his Ice Hammer combo usable, because when I said it was slow, boy did I mean it. Alright, now you all know what time it is. Let's see which upgrade path is the better one to pick. So I was able to make my mind up about this pretty quickly, because honestly, you should be going for the top path. But Crypt, you love the ice prisons. That's true, because before the bomb upgrade path, the ice prisons are already really good. The extra free upgrades honestly don't add much to it whatsoever. But the additional combos, extra damage, and brand new armor that Slam Bam gets with the top upgrade path really does change the gameplay quite a lot. As you can see here, I'm still using Ice Prison a lot, even though I don't have the bottom upgrade path. With that said and done, it's time for his Soul Gem and his Wow Pow. Interestingly, his Soul Gem and his Wow Pow both revolve around the surfboard, which got absolutely no upgrades. His Soul Gem gives him increased coolness and allows his surfboard to move a lot faster. He also gets these ski goggles. Doesn't fit incredibly well, but if he's happy then I'm happy. Sadly, this doesn't really add much to him whatsoever, but then the Wow Pow really puts things into high gear. Because now his lame little surfboard becomes a freaking Santa sleigh. Who said this guy wasn't Christmas themed? I mean, look at him go. Yeah, no, he's back to Halloween now. And this finally allows his third move to actually deal damage. And a decent chunk as well, it's not that bad at all. Okay, before I give him my rating, here's a quick 3-step plan to play well with Slam Bam. Step 1, have Slam Bam. Step 2, create an ice prison and freeze a couple enemies. Step 3, punch. Okay, let's just get out of the way. This is a very simplistic character, but that doesn't mean that he's necessarily bad. I think the simplicity and straight up strength that he has is what's so fun about him. So, is Slam Bam good? Of course he is, you idiot, he's got 4 arms. Slam Bam completely nails that feeling of using sheer brute strength against your enemies. And to top it all off, he does it in style. A freaking Santa sleigh, everybody. I'd give him my average rating of 7 out of 10 because he doesn't do anything outstandingly different, but he's still a whole load of fun to play. But maybe take a knife or a Nerf gun to bed, just in case. You never know when he's gonna strike. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This has been a whole lot of fun to make, and I really do hope you enjoy. And also, in case anyone's wondering, I will be making my 1000 subscribers special sometime later in the month, I think it would be really cool if it was my final video of this year, so that's what I'm gonna do. But anyways, let me know what you think about Slam Bam, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye. Alright, yeah, and Merry Christmas. I kinda forgot about that.